Return for the climactic clash between the forces of good and evil. Return to a galaxy far, far away. Return of the Jedi. The next chapter in the continuing Star Wars saga. The battle for freedom rages on. The heart of a hero. The courage of a rebel. The strength of a leader. The loyalty of comrades. The power of the Force. The cunning of the enemy. A destiny revealed.
Is Darth Vader my father?
A legend fulfilled. An epic of heroes, villains, and aliens from 1,000 worlds.
It's a trap!
The quest continues. The circle closes. The saga lives on. Return of the Jedi begins May 25th at a theater in your galaxy.
Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops sticking.
Hey everyone, this is China Chicken, and I wanted to go over the trailer for Star Wars Return of the Jedi. I'm going to be doing a little breakdown here, kind of scrubbing through the video and looking for cool moments in it, and I saw a bunch of it. One of the first clips that we see here is Luke Skywalker on the planet of Endor, doing the speeder bike on the planet of Endor here, so that was always really fun scene to watch, and to know how they filmed it was really cool too, where they had to walk really slowly throughout the forest. So I thought this was a cool scene to highlight in the first trailer. I always thought it was interesting, in a lot of these trailers they don't show Chewbacca at all. I know in the first one for New Hope they didn't show him at all, and then they showed him really quick in Empire Strikes Back. But I just think that's interesting because he's one of the best characters, one of the fan favorite characters. Everyone loves Chewbacca, so I wonder why I didn't show him in the other trailers, but you get a hefty dose of Chewbacca in this trailer, fortunately. Okay, and then to me, this was kind of the craziest part of the whole trailer, and it's Luke Skywalker. They do a quick flash, so I had to pause it here real quick, but they do a quick flash of Luke Skywalker on Jabba the Hutt's barge on Tatooine here, and as you guys all know, in the movie, Luke Skywalker had a green lightsaber at this point. And what is this right here? This is a blue lightsaber, 100%. So I thought that was very interesting that at this point in the movie, it was a blue lightsaber. But later on in the trailer, I'll show you, he's got a green lightsaber going against Darth Vader, which we know he actually had throughout the whole movie. But right here, their original plan was to have Luke Skywalker have a blue lightsaber. And I do think it has to do with a deleted scene that we never saw of Luke Skywalker assembling a lightsaber. But I thought that was all before this. But apparently that's after this. So he must assemble it to be a green lightsaber afterwards, I think. But anyway, I'm just very confused about that and why this is a blue lightsaber. So let me know if you guys know anything about that down below in the comments about why it was a blue lightsaber at this point. But yeah, anyway, so that'd be pretty cool to know if you guys know that story. Also, this is the first time that they show Yoda in any of the trailers. Obviously, they didn't want to ruin that in the Empire Strikes Back trailer of having Yoda. But here he is. And we all know that Yoda dies at this moment, so you can see he's just very weak and frail at this point. Obviously, he always looks like that, but he looks even more like it here, so I thought that was kind of cool. You do get a little bit of Boba Fett here in the trailer, which is cool. I did notice that you got some Boba Fett in the Empire Strikes Back trailer as well, so I think it's cool that they're trying to show him off here and how cool he looks, just his helmet, and how much, this movie kind of, for the Mandalorian now, it's so important, and everyone loves how Boba Fett looks with that pretty awesome looking helmet and jetpack, and his weapon he uses, his armor. So that just goes to show this is what created, the Mandalorian in current timeline. So I just like seeing Boba Fett shown off really well. This is another very interesting moment to show in the trailer, especially. I'm surprised they did this, but they show, we obviously know that we've seen his ghost before on Hoth, but still they show it here, and where he is here. You're like, oh, looking around, oh, this is Yoda's planet, so he's there. This is Dagobah. So Obi-Wan Kenobi is here on Dagobah as a Force ghost, and I'm surprised they wanted to show that. So I was able to pause at this moment. You can barely see Luke Skywalker's got a green lightsaber, and he's obviously clashing with Darth Vader at this moment in the final confrontation between the two. So like I said before, I just don't know why Luke Skywalker's lightsaber was blue and now it's green. It was always green in the movie, as far as I know. So very cool to see that and how they changed it from blue to green. But yeah, here you go. And you get the most memeable moment in the whole movie, and they knew it back then. And they were like, let's highlight this moment because this is going to be a meme. And they didn't even know what it was 30 years in the past. But here's General Admiral Akbar doing "It's a trap." And you get it right in the trailer, and I love it. Oh, that's hilarious that you get it in the first trailer for this movie, and it just ends up being a meme. It's just so crazy to think about all these things that showed up in the trailer and are so important with current Star Wars and everything, and all the memes and stuff. I just love it. It's a trap. Yeah, and they just had a lot of flashes in this movie, or in this trailer for the movie, and I just loved all of it. It was so cool to just watch the trailer, and I love the narrator that they have as well. It just feels so old school, so classy to have that narrator talk about good versus evil, and just having that voice. It's awesome. So I do wish they kept that with the trailers every now and then. You do get narrators, but they're not like this, where they're like, in the next chapter of Star Wars, you get good versus evil. Luke Skywalker versus Darth Vader. I just love that type of narration over these trailers. I think it's so good. So anyways, love that trailer. Star Wars Return of the Jedi. And if you don't know the whole story about that, also, apparently it was originally called Star Wars Revenge of the Jedi, but they changed it like last minute. So that's why this logo looks a little weird, and I don't know. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about the trailer. I loved watching it. I'm going to go into the prequel trailers next. I'm going to go into Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and then we'll get into the sequel trailers as well, which came out, 10 years ago, and those were huge for me. I love the sequel trailers. They were so good. But anyways, leave a like, subscribe, and have a great day, everybody.
Chickadee China, the Chinese chicken. You have a drumstick and your brain stops sticking.